Tom Smith, Marketing Manager, Melbourne Aquarium, and welcome to the Melbourne Aquarium, Melbourne's newest tourist attraction. We're about to take a journey through the Melbourne Aquarium. That's basically what it's all about. We have a host fish that we've created for the journey. His name's Hook. He's got a bit of attitude, fish hook through his eyebrow, and right behind us now, he's probably getting ready to tell us to get our money out, go to the ticket counter.
What's Hook's story?
Well, Hook's story is he's a bit of a Bart Simpson character, and he's here to explain to us why the fish should rule the world, because the world is predominantly water. And he leads you on a tour throughout the aquarium, explaining his story to you.
Okay, and how much of the world is made up of water?
I think it's roughly 70%.
Brings you to the aquarium.
Just a day off, thought we might come and have a look.
Come have a look at the fishes yourself.
Pretty much, yeah, same.
Have you been here before?
No, not yet.
Oh, you couldn't have, because it's opening actually. That's true. What, have you got an interest in the marine life, or?
Yeah.
What's your interest? You dive?
Yeah.
So, where do you dive?
Here.
Here in Melbourne?
Yeah.
Oh, very good, in the murky water of the Yarra. I'd like to have 2 tickets, and I'll have an order of fries and a fish burger with that as well, thanks.
Sorry, the food and beverage outlet is out further on the left-hand side. He's only purchasing tickets via...
Oh, but I want fries with that on the side.
Through ticketing now, and we're about to enter the world of Hook, and as you can see, the lighting effects here basically are telling us we're now going to take a deep breath and go underwater. So we'll do that and move into the first 7 tanks, which are teaching us the 7 important lessons according to Hook.
Going down, deep sea level.
Well, this is one of the lessons that Hook wants us to learn. He's talking about the colourful fish and how they send messages here and how they communicate with each other. And of course the lesson is it pays to advertise. Well, here we're talking about camouflage, and some of the fish that are a little fragile need to really have some great camouflage. And as you see behind us now, the leafy sea dragon, the seahorse, really do it so magnificently. A very popular tank down here in the first part of the journey, Sink or Swim, and it's called Armed and Dangerous, so beautifully coloured, but whilst they look magnificent, they can also be very, very dangerous. And of course, one of our star attractions in here is Lola, the lionfish. She looks magnificent, but look out if you come across her. And I think the song probably said the same thing.
There's Lola and there's Lola, and I think that there's 2 very popular Lolas. My Lola is the showgirl, and that's Steve's Lola. They call her Lola, she was the showgirl. But that's not your Lola. You've got a 70s Lola, a bit of an older version. How does it go?
Lola, 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 Lola.
The project has been 4 years in the planning, 2 years in construction, a fantastic site right opposite Crown Casino on the banks of the Yarra. A great tourism site, but I'd have to say a pretty challenging engineering site. It's built over 4 levels, 2 below ground, 2 above ground. In fact, when we go right to the basement, we're some 23 feet or 7 metres below the surface of the Yarra. I guess what we've tried to do here at the Melbourne Aquarium is take it away from a fish museum and create an entertainment complex.
The Melbourne Aquarium. It's just absolutely wonderful. It really is a great place. It's good for Melbourne, good for tourism. Very good. Think you'll be back? Oh yes. It's like the zoo. Every time you come, it'll be something different. And have you had anything to eat since you've been here? No, not yet. We've just come straight to see the fish. Okay. What do you think of for lunch? Suggestion? Fish and chips. Oh, really? Top of mind, isn't it, really? What, some snapper, maybe some jelly? What? Oh, we'll go downstairs and see the sharks first. We might have some flake.
Small fish in the tank, but the big wrasse is a very large fish, and people ask the question, well, how come he doesn't eat the smaller fish? Well, in fact he will. The trick is to keep him nicely fed so that he doesn't want to eat anything else, and that's probably true of most of the exhibits here in the aquarium. Because they are well fed, because we have divers in there making sure that he gets what he wants, he doesn't need to eat his neighbours.
Here is obviously a master at swimming, and Hook's going to teach us how to swim. Take it away, Hook. Your best backstroke?
Beautiful. Watch you don't crash into anybody as you go backwards. What about a bit of breaststroke? That's that.
And now for my starfish impersonation. I too could be a starfish.
This is where the big guys are, the sharks, and the underwater research station.
We're now down deep under the ocean, in fact, probably 7 metres below the level of the Yarra, and this is the major oceanarium. We call this the fish bowl for obvious reasons. As you look around, it's 360 degrees of fish. This is an enormous tank of water, some 2.2 million litres. Put that in perspective, that's some 17 Olympic swimming pools full of water, so quite enormous, a fantastic environment for a whole range of fish. Pretty safe to say that what you see here is Port Phillip Bay. We've really recreated Port Phillip Bay, or the environs from Port Phillip Bay, so you're going to see the fish you've probably heard about but never seen. So the big sharks are here, and more still to come, the big eagle rays, of course the salmon, the snapper, a whole range of fish. And one of the beauties of this particular facility, during the day it's a viewing area, but at night it turns into a function centre.
It's quite an amazing sensation being here. It's almost been like underwater without actually having to scuba dive at all. You can see the fish just floating above you, just slowly, easily gazing away. This is one of the most major, largest areas, and it holds so much water. How are you finding it in there?
Love it.
What do you think of the Melbourne Aquarium?
Oh, I think it's fantastic. Yeah, looks fantastic. This part's the best.
Yeah, when those fish are flying overhead like that.
Yes, yes, absolutely. You feel like you're underwater, and it's great.
Just coming up for some air so we can breathe. It's about lost my breath down there.
Well, this part of the aquarium is more like the hands-on, and you get to learn about the fish. And oh my gosh, what you're looking at the insides of a fish here, aren't you?
Yeah.
And what have you learned so far?
Lovely.
Not to eat that part, obviously. It's a bit disgusting. You enjoying the aquarium today?
Yeah.
What's your favourite fish?
Don't know.
You don't know. You don't have one. You got a favourite fish?
I haven't. I like all the coloured ones.
I have.
What's your favourite fish?
Judy-eye catfish.
A what?
Judy-eye catfish.
Oh, you know your fish, do you?
Well, I've got a tropical fish shank at home. I got it for my birthday.
Ah, so when you grow up, you want to be here then?
Well, I actually want to be a magician.
Australian billabong's basically a stretch of water cut off from the main river system, so it becomes quite isolated, a dam I guess, but it may well, and during flood time, be incorporated back into the river system. So you've got these ecosystems that are established within the billabong that are quite unique and quite varied. And right here behind us we have that particular setup where we've really got the billabong as you'd see it out in country Australia.
You probably had your fair share of Moreton Bay bugs. This is before they end up on your plate, and Richard's going to talk us through the Moreton Bay bug as a creature. Looks disgusting.
Yep, it's basically the same as your crab or your crayfish. It's also very similar to your yabbies. This one wants to get away from me already. But the male and the females are quite different. The females will actually, when they have their eggs, they'll hold it under this pouch here.
How many eggs?
Up thousands.
Feeding pilchard, whitebait and prawn to these rays and whiting. The fiddler rays, which are otherwise known as banjo sharks, are actually hand feeding. The smooth rays aren't quite as happy hand feeding as yet. It'll take a bit longer for them to get used to it. Also, the whiting tend to feed further away from me at the moment. They're not quite happy with a person being in here as yet. The flathead, quite a few of them are coming up to eat. And just small feeds, about twice a day at the moment, just while the tank gets settled in and the fish get used to feeding with us. Fantastic, you can actually touch the fish.
Also, as an added feature here at the aquarium, you get to ride the drive, which is this animated ride with visuals and movement. It's quite a bumpy ride, so we'll go and check it out and see how everybody enjoys that one. how'd you go? Saw you in? What'd you come out as?
I really enjoyed it, but just a tip for any women who are travelling on it, I think you need to wear your sports bra. It's a pretty hard seat, but a lot of fun.
It's like being in a spin dryer, really, isn't it? Just chews you up, spits you out.
Yeah, exactly.
The new Melbourne Aquarium. And what sort of culinary delights are on available here?
In the brasserie, we're very much trying to create a cafe society type feel where it's welcoming for all people, mum, dad, the kids. There's something there for the kids, and believe me, I've got 3 kids and all under the age of 10, and I know what they want.
Well, that's the end of the journey. Melbourne Aquarium. We've taken you through the 4 levels of the Melbourne Aquarium. We've looked at the survival tanks, we've looked at the billabongs and mangroves, we've taken into the big oceanarium, and of course finished up with that high energy simulator ride. We'd welcome everyone down here. It's a fantastic day out, and I think Melbourne's newest tourist attraction is something we all should see. So we look forward to welcoming you down here at the Melbourne Aquarium, right opposite Crown Casino.
That was a fabulous fishy 15 minutes here on Channel 31. Steve and Jacqueline, it was fantastic, this underwater experience.
I just want to know, how are you going to get out of your wetsuit? Because it took us half an hour to put it on.
You going to help me?
I think we'll have to get scissors and cut you out.
Steve and I have changed location.
We've gone to the zoo.
Yes, right. So the front of the Royal Zoological Gardens here in Carlton. And
Do you want to come to the zoo?
what a great suggestion. Should have thought of myself. Now, some people have dressed for the occasion, but you'll see a little bit more of that later. So let's head on in and rediscover what the zoo's got to offer, because, of course, probably the majority of people haven't been here for about 10 to 15 years.
Try about 20.
Showing your age, Steve. Joined by John Arnott, the creator of horticulture at the Royal Melbourne Zoo. Thanks for taking time out today.
It's a pleasure.
Now, I believe you're the man with the greenest thumb of all thumbs in the zoo.
Well, there's a whole heap of us that look after the department. We've got 25 horticulturists, and as the curator of horticulture, I guess I head up that team of people. It's, I don't know about being the greenest. I'm green.
Now, we're actually standing in front of the gorilla exhibit at the moment, and this is one of your babies, and this is what makes the Melbourne Zoo stand out from zoos worldwide, is that correct? And around Australia.
The gorilla exhibit was the first exhibit that we did according to our new philosophy, which was try and put animals in spaces which look
It's a busy man.
Busy man.
Do you want to get that, Steve?
No, you're not allowed to. Where was I?
Your philosophy.
Put animals into exhibits which resemble, simulate their natural environment. And we do that for a whole host of reasons. One, and importantly, it's more environmentally enriching for the animals which are displayed. And two, there's context for the people who are actually looking at the animals. They're seeing the animals in some sort of real context rather than some sort of artificial context. And that's really a profound difference.
Sure there's no animal in there.
Well, thanks to you, we can't see a thing. We can't see anything.
Oh, that's right.
Where's the gorilla?
There's a cardboard cutout that just moves across, doesn't it?
It is one of the criticisms of this style of exhibit is that you don't always see a gorilla. There's 5 gorillas in
hiding in here somewhere.
Well, yes.
Should have a competition if you can spot the gorilla.
Play Spotto. But when you do see a gorilla, and
happy.
It's very it's happy. And B, you're seeing it in context. You're seeing the gorilla as you would see it in the wild, and that might just be a glimpse of a silverback disappearing into the vegetation. It's
Where's
completely
the mist?
The gorilla's
we need the mist.
Well, let's see if we can spot a gorilla then. There's one. There's one.
Look now, see, appropriate.
Hi.
How appropriate is that? How appropriate is that?
For the year 2000, what have we got to come up? Any major exhibits?
Year 2000, we are planning to do elephants and orangs. There's two inappropriate exhibits left here at Melbourne Zoo. It all doesn't look like this, unfortunately. We've got the elephants and we've got the orangs. So we're doing some really heavy planning activities so we can start construction on elephants this year 2000. So, and that's going to be really profound changes for Melbourne Zoo because, like I say, the elephant exhibit, the elephant exhibit and orangs are the last two sort of really confronting, if you like, exhibits that are left in the zoo. They're inappropriate old enclosures which we need to fix.
Stuffing money in here, I noticed.
Oh, here I go. Yeah, certainly am.
And why are you a friend of the Elephant Zoo?
Friend of the elephants. Well, the rest of the zoo's come a long way, and it'd be good to see the elephants go to a new enclosure. I reckon they really deserve it. Big draw card.
So one of your favourite animals?
Yeah, I'm more a primate fan, but elephants right up there.
The zoo of yesteryear. Okay, no animals, no plants, but this is the point. The point is that's what was. Haven't we come ahead in leaps and bounds? Patrick is the keeper in charge of the invertebrate enclosure here at the Royal Melbourne Zoo and in charge of this completely gorgeous butterfly enclosure. How many butterflies do you see on an average day?
We've got about 800 or so in here, and we put about 70 new ones in each day. It's a pretty sad butterfly.
Yes, it is a bit of a sad butterfly, isn't it? What species do you say that would be?
Butterfly flauricus.
It's beautiful, very rare, I hear. Only one of those around. Now, why do you have to replace 70 butterflies per day?
We have a turnover because they die generally of old age in here.
What's old age?
Well, in here it's about a month or two, which is a bit longer than they would last in the wild because they don't have any predators and parasites in here.
And apart from people standing on them, what sort of predators and parasites would be in this enclosure?
Well, people are the main predator. Sometimes they can get out of the butterfly house, but they don't last in Melbourne because they're all tropical butterflies.
I've snuck into one of the cages here at the Royal Melbourne Zoo to see the jaguar spotted beast. Half of it's black, half of it's, oh my gosh, I think I can hear it now. Bit of a roar. Just keep low and quiet. I don't notice this. Now I'm joined by Karen, who's a marine mammal keeper. Isn't that right?
That's exactly right.
And when you're at the twilights, don't forget to check out the seals. And here we have Lonely, a big bull.
He's our big mature bull seal. That's exactly right.
How did he get his name, Karen?
He's called Lonely because he was the first pup born here and he didn't have any other pups to play with.
This is the way to do the zoo, isn't it? Champagne glasses, lions at twilight. How are you enjoying today?
Oh, it's wonderful. Very nice, very relaxing. Bit hot, but...
Bit hot and a bit of champagne, never mind. It's all a bit phasey and quite fluffy, isn't it? So how long have you been down here today? An hour?
Yeah. One or two on the rug and then we thought we'd go for a wander.
Ah, so you're here for the jazz then?
We are, yes. Looking forward to that.
Ray, congratulations. I have to say, of all the picnics I've seen here this afternoon, your family's is the most stupendous. Are you the chef and the creator?
Yes. This is all my own creation, and I can say that with all modesty.
Now, can you talk us through what you've selected on the menu this evening? You've got some beautiful bread there.
Yes, that's a bread that it's a family tradition that I've...
Homemade?
It's homemade, yes. It's exactly the same as the bacon and egg pie and the biscuits and the pate and the cheese.
And you've got snaps as well. They're very popular. You've got some shapes down there, some pizza shapes.
Yes. Well, they are very difficult to make.
Are they?
They are extremely difficult.
But you've mastered them?
Over the years, and I'm certainly not going to divulge the secret.
one of the fabulous things to do here at the Melbourne Zoo is eat antipasta and enjoy the company here. What about you guys? You just here for the jazz at twilight?
Yeah, pretty much. Whoops.
Knock the plonk over.
Sacrilege. Yeah, pretty much. Just enjoy the music and thought I'd make a bit of a day out of it.
Now, can you tell me some of the things you need to prepare for the twilight here at the zoo?
Okay, we've got some people running over to the car at the moment, actually grabbing a whole heap of blankets and neskies and stuff like that. So this isn't all that we've got.
Some seats would be probably good, thanks very much.
Nowhere near enough of this stuff.
No.
Even though it's a cheapie, but anyway.
You seem to have got everything. You've got some pineapple juice, some orange juice. What else you got in there?
Oh, we had muffins and salads and chicken and everything. We had a fantastic night.
Okay, so you packed the hamper yourself, or did you have some suggestions from anybody else?
No, I did it all myself. Pretty good at that.
All right. Is it a special occasion tonight?
No, we just enjoy coming to the jazz every summer. So, yes.
And you've seen some of the animals as well?
Not today, no.
Okay, I'm going to see one animal.
We've actually, every time we come here, we've never seen an animal. We just come here.
Okay, so what about the way out then?
We may go for a bit of a wander, yeah. So, yes, definitely.
Right, so would you recommend this for a couple?
Highly, highly. We're actually just talking about that. We'll tell our friends and tell everyone here.
And one major tip that stands out to make sure everybody does before they get here to organise?
To organise.
Bring a blanket.
Bring a blanket.
Keep low and quiet.
I don't know